Hi everyone, my name is Romatu Salia, and today I want to talk to you about why you should study HY102 World History at the University of the South Pacific. So, what is this course about? Within the HY102 course, we examine specific major events of the 20th century, an era of profound global transformation and geopolitical changes which had widespread impacts at all levels of society. We studied global conflicts, revolutions, independence movements, the Cold War, and the emergence of new states. The course is not only the study of a linear sequence of events, it also teaches us how to think critically as historians and better understand these events and how they have impacted us. This entails improving on the skills required to analyze the reliability of sources, to identify bias in facts, and to recognize that every story or event has several perspectives and different interpretations. A particularly interesting aspect of this course is its emphasis on artificial intelligence and history. We discover the versatility of AI tools in assisting historians, whether it be in analyzing documents, translating old texts, and identifying relationships with huge amounts of data and information which was impossible below in terms of bandwidth and efficiency. However, we have also equally learned the dangers of AI assistance, the prevalence of misinformation, bias, and the capacity of AI to manipulate or even erase parts of history. It is important for young people today to be knowledgeable and aware of these dangers, from observing how we have recently inhabited a digital world where information spreads quickly and extensively. Much of that information also bears the risk of being inaccurate or forged. In order to mitigate this risk, this course equips us to think critically and question information rather than accepting it at face value. Why does this course matter to the Pacific? Well, the coursework within HY102 is relevant to the Pacific owing to the significant influence of global history on our region and how it has shaped our nation building, governance, institutions, education, culture, values, and way of life. Colonialism, world wars, nuclear testing, migration, and global politics have all influenced the Pacific in a multifaceted way and continues to do so to this day. Studying previous anti-colonial movements in Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean revealed distinct connections with similar experiences in our own region. For example, numerous Pacific nations attained their independence in the late 20th century, including Samoa in 1962, Fiji in 1970, Papua New Guinea in 1975, Solomon Islands in 1978, and Vanuatu in 1980. However, not all of them experienced a smooth pathway to independence from colonial control. For example, before Samoa gained independence, the country encountered long conflicts against colonial rule, including Germany up to World War I. Regions such as West Papua and New Caledonia continue to advocate self-determination to this day, with little success. The course helps us understand that these challenges are not isolated incidents. They constitute a global pattern of indigenous peoples opposing foreign control of their governance, land, and natural resources to achieve self-determination. The course also emphasizes the Pacific's connection to global events. For example, Pacific activists collaborated with worldwide networks, participated in global conferences, and established solidarity with African and Caribbean leaders, nations coming from a similar colonial situation and political and economic evolution. Pacific Islanders cooperated with international environmental and anti-colonial initiatives, for example, the Nuclear-Free Pacific movement. Understanding this reveals that the Pacific region is neither insignificant nor isolated. We have consistently been involved in the global context. Now for the case study. To exemplify the prevalence of anti-colonialism in the Pacific, we examined a notable case study in week 12 of the course, the West Papua anti-colonial movement. At the outset, West Papua was a Dutch colony. During the 1960s, the Dutch had facilitated the colony's preparation for independence. The West Papuans had even raised their own Morning Star flag in 1961. However, Indonesia assumed sovereignty in 1963, and the Act of Free Choice was held in 1969. Rather than allowing all adults of the West Papuan population to vote, Indonesia selected just over 1,000 civilians, forcing them under military duress to vote against their own independence. Despite this event not being a legitimate act of self-determination, the United Nations even accepted the outcome regardless. This case study demonstrates that the process of decolonization does not occur equitably amongst both parties due to various factors. It also illustrates the limitations of international law. Despite public protests, raising of their own flag, and declarations of independence, powerful nations may still infringe upon their rights. The Papuans' battle for independence still continues today, characterized by demonstrations, arrests, genocide attacks on civilians, and demands for a new referendum. West Papua has direct connection to the Pacific region. Melanesian countries such as Vanuatu, Solomon Islands, and Fiji have supported for Papuan self-determination by advocating through the global platform of the United Nations. Pacific civil society groups, religious institutions, and youth movements have shown solidarity as well. This serves as a reminder that anti-colonialism is not only a political and social movement of the past, it is still affecting our countries within the Pacific region.